So today we're going to be talking about the second episode in Season 7 of the Clone Wars. Joined with me is my friend starwarsfan and Family
Hello.
B to give their thoughts and
Hey, everyone.
opinions. So, I don't really have many ideas for today, so what do you guys think of our second episode?
I think that like in like the beginning where like they go through the recap, I don't know, there was some sort of weird
Animation?
I don't know what to call it. No, not like, well, no, like fading of like the scenes. Like it would just like show like what happened like earlier, and then it's just like suddenly like fade out. It didn't really like flow that well.
Yeah.
That
Get
makes
like the
sense.
transitions.
Yes, transitions. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah. Yeah,
Did you notice that at all, or no?
I did a little bit. I thought it wasn't that bad.
Okay.
I mean, it was just a little bit different.
I definitely say this season feels a little bit different from the previous 6, like, just how it flows, and I don't know. I kind of don't like it. I'm really hoping it's just, because these aren't new episodes, they just rehash them. So I'm hoping that they can be a little, like, it'll flow better, for the next 2 arcs we're gonna get. In Star Wars, you also saw, a discrepancy with Rex and his look. You remember that? With the visor?
Not necessarily with
No, the visor.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I noticed a major animating error, and I've sent pictures to Leaf, but I won't be able to show them in this video. But the scene where they surround that village, and
Yeah, on the hilltop.
and like they do like the rock slide, right? Like so you could see like Rex, like he has his helmet and like with no sort of like visor, right? And then all of a sudden, like when they push down the rock and you know he slides down, like he clearly slides in front of the camera with a visor on.
Yeah, like that sniper
And then when he's down in the village, you know, running around again, he has it off. And so I'm wondering if that was like left over from the unfinished episode and they just forgot to change it, or what. But it like the first time it happened, I was like, wait a minute. I like scrolled back through it. I'm like, he has a visor on. Like he didn't put that on before.
Ray is here. Now
Yeah.
the force is really with us.
I don't know, I kind of don't expect that from the Clone Wars team at this point. I mean,
Exactly,
it's
like,
minor, but it's still a shame, you know?
Yes, it is very minor, but like this should have been like if I noticed it, then why didn't like anybody else notice it?
Yeah, I don't know. I even watched it twice, but yeah.
Yeah.
I see what you mean. Well, I think the biggest thing I was expecting in this video was the first scene with the, as the clones were going to their ship, they had the Padme Pinup on the nose of their ship, and
yes, that
that
is
got
another
changed
very
a
big
bit
discrepancy.
from this.
In the unfinished episode, there's a scene when Anakin is about to board the Bad Batch ship, and they have a pinup of Padme on the side of the ship's nose. It's a very tasteful pinup, you know. Like
That's supposed to be a
only, like,
joke, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's like the only like real like kind of like sexual things, like your thighs. They're very kind of exposed. Anyway.
Yeah, and it's cartoony.
Yeah. Yeah, you can look it up online if you don't know what it is, but in the Disney Plus version, that's been like completely eliminated, and instead what we got was when Anakin went into the barracks and had a private conversation with Padme. It still would have been funny, like after that conversation with Padme, to still have.
It would
that
have been even better. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But no, they had to. Like, I don't know what compelled them to eliminate it. But
Well,
they
it's
did.
Disney, Kathleen Kennedy,
Yeah.
Bob Iger at the helm, not Dave Filoni, because...
Yeah, but like the pinup, what like it wasn't, like I said, it wasn't like that sexual. Like I don't think.
Oh, that wouldn't float though. It'd be objectifying Padme and all that shit. People would complain about it.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't.
Well, I know. Does Disney really want any more criticism for their Star Wars content as it's getting better? Probably not.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the new scene is pretty good. I mean, it kind of explains how Obi-Wan can, like how he kind of knows what's going on, but he doesn't directly say it.
Yeah.
I think it also kind of ties in more with like episode 3 because like he mentions like the Adaran sieges, and then in episode 3 when he like finally meets Padme, he's like, oh, I don't know if like without the Chancellor being captured, I don't know if they ever like get us away from like the Adaran sieges.
Yeah, an Axis is one of those.
Yeah, it's like kind of the same wording.
Might help for continuity's sake. Got any other ideas?
Well, so like with like they seem to sort of like change like one sort of major scene so far. In the first episode, they changed when in the unfinished episode, Rex mentions the his idea of Echo being still alive to Anakin and Mace Windu, but in the Disney Plus version, he doesn't mention that, and we get a more private conversation. But in this new episode, the whole pinup scene has been removed with another scene. So it seems to me that if this pattern sort of continues, we can expect to see another major scene alteration from what it was supposed to be originally.
Perhaps. I mean...
Yeah, if the pattern continues, of course.
Yeah, I would say the Padme pinup one was kind of obvious for a change. I mean, Disney wasn't gonna happen, or let that happen, but... Maybe like the Rex telling Anakin about Echo out front. I would say that's more minor, and it really doesn't change the overall plot, so... That could show that they're willing to go in and change whatever they want to. Not just if it's, bad and not exactly PC.
I don't know, I have another thought about, like, why they really shouldn't have, or it's kind of weird that they did change the, Padme pinup scene, because Disney has, like, shown, like, pretty, like, strong violence, especially with, like, the Pirates of the Caribbean series.
Yeah.
Right, like you like in like the third movie, like World's End or something like that. Like they literally have a child get hanged.
Really?
Yes. Remember, like with
that.
all the oh, maybe you didn't. I don't know. Have you watched it?
Well, the first one's the only memorable one, but yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, there's a scene in World's End. I think it's World's End. I don't think it's the second. Where they're hanging a bunch of like pirates, and like there's this kid who has like one of the, I guess the 9 pieces of 8 or something like that, and he starts singing this like pirate song because he's like one of the pirate lords or something.
Remember that.
Yeah. And like he literally gets hanged. Well, I mean it's off screen, but like the coin
I
falls
remember that.
from
Like he
his
steps
hand.
on the box. Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Okay.
that's pretty fucking dark, especially for Disney. Like, I don't know why. Like, if Disney could let that slide, why didn't they let the Padme thing slide?
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, maybe it's like the Me Too movement and social justice warriors.
Maybe.
Because back then, like 2008, they weren't really around. I guess.
Peter, you have any thoughts?
I just thought the fighting was a little clunky
That's right,
and weird.
yeah.
Like it felt like there was no real objective because they were like, oh, Echo might not even be here. Oh, but he is here. Oh, but he's not.
Yeah,
oh,
they
but
kind of
he is.
contradicted themselves a bit.
And then, as soon as they got into the main control room, there was just nobody there. So maybe this is like setting up a trap or something. Because
that wouldn't make sense.
Yeah. Because other than that, there is nothing guarding it at all. Just those new battle droids that seemed just really
Those
easy
things
to
are
get
really
past.
crappy. Yeah, even wimpier than the normal B1s.
I also thought a couple things came out of like nowhere, like the fight between Crosshair and Rex, like that was, like I know they developed it in the last episode, but that
sure.
felt really, really weird in this episode. Like they didn't have anything really leading up to it.
Yeah.
I guess they just kind of insulted Echo, or they
Yeah,
didn't even
sure.
insult him. They just said he might not even be alive, and that, and then it just triggered something. I don't really
Okay.
know why Rex is so attached to Echo being alive, but I mean he was right. So
Yeah, he got vindicated
then-
in the end, but
yeah,
I was kind of lucky that happened, and yeah, I kind of know what you mean. And another thing I thought, I think Watt Tambar got out of the control room pretty quick. I mean,
yeah,
like I think I thought you would have seen him in the lift or something, but like, no, all the
yeah. He
I
was
forgot
just
what
there
those
for one
species
scene
are
and
called. I think it's like Skincoans or something. But yeah, they hauled out of there pretty quickly. Alright, anything else?
Well, and then one more thing I thought
Yeah,
came
sure.
out of the blue was the new battle droids. Like, I mean, it was pretty cool to see different ones, but we have never seen anything remotely close to this in a battle droid. It was just weird hearing the same voices for battle droids
Yeah.
on these really random, like, flexible robots. It was just kind of strange, I thought. They
Well,
should just either...
I kind of think they're Techno Union made.
Mhm.
Like,
Well,
they
then
make their own
I
battle
don't
droids.
understand why they didn't make, like, new voices, because then I would be, like, fine with it.
Yeah, it was kind of goofy, but
Yeah, that's it. It was a pretty good episode, I thought.
yeah, I
They
mean,
just need to smooth some stuff out, and then it'll be much better.
I'm thinking with the Ahsoka arcs we're gonna get, I think those are gonna be much better.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I
yeah.
predicted. 'Cause- yeah, so we'll see. It's kind of like teaser for the Ahsoka stuff, because Mandalore is what we all want to see.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Bad Batch, I mean, it's already been released, so
Yeah.
yeah, it's not like we really have much to be expecting for her. Alright, so if that wraps it up for us,
Think so.
yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks again, Star Wars family. And we'll see you next time.
See you next time.
See ya.